Hello. Just about every morning, my wife and I have our daily prayers, Bible reading, and a devotional. Many times, what we read speaks to us in what is going on in our world. This morning, a Bible passage and the devotional just reached out to me, and I felt like sharing. Now, the Bible passage, the chapter is very short. It's from 1 Corinthians chapter 13. We use part of that in weddings often. Very, very good for weddings. I'm just going to read this and then I'll read the devotional. I want you to think about them. Basically, one is about love and one is about worry. 1 Corinthians chapter 13. If I speak in the tongues of men and of angels, but have not love, I am a noisy gong or a clanging cymbal. And if I have prophetic powers and understand all mysteries and all knowledge, and if I have all faith so as to remove mountains, but have not love, I am nothing. But if I give away all I have, and if I deliver my body to be burned, but have not love, I gain nothing. Love is patient and kind. Love is not jealous or boastful. It is not arrogant or rude. Love does not insist on its own way. It is not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice at the wrong, but rejoices in the right. Love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Love never ends. As for prophecies, they will pass away. As for tongues, they will cease. As for knowledge, it will pass away. For our knowledge is imperfect, and our prophecy is imperfect. But when the perfect comes, the imperfect will pass away. When I was a child, I spoke like a child. I thought like a child. I reasoned like a child. When I became a man, I gave up childish ways. For now we see in a mirror dimly, but then face to face. Now I know in part. Then I shall understand fully, even as I have been fully understood. So faith, hope, love abide, these three, but the greatest of these is love. Something we need to keep in mind these days as we are cooped up with each other. Is love one another, care for one another, and watch over one another. And pray, not only for ourselves, but also for our leaders and our world. Now, the devotional that we're using these days is from Max Lucado. It's titled Grace for the Moment. Any devotional daily reading is a good thing to do. Often, I find that that daily devotional will speak directly to us. Not every day, but often it will strike a chord. It's like God speaking directly to you. Max titles this devotional, Give God Your Worries. How appropriate is that? This is from Psalm 32:3. When I kept things to myself, I felt weak deep inside. And then Max goes on. Ask yourself two questions. Number one, is there any unconfessed sin in my life? Confession is telling God you did the thing He saw you do. He doesn't need to hear it as much as you need to say it. Whether it is too small to be mentioned or too big to be forgiven, is it yours to decide? Your task is to be honest. Question number two. Are there any unsurrendered worries in your heart? Give all your worries to Him, because He cares about you. That's from 1 Peter 5:7. The German word for worry means to strangle. The Greek word means to divide the mind. Both are accurate. Worry is a noose on the neck and a distraction of the mind, neither of which is befitting for joy. And we could certainly use a little bit of joy these days. So keep these in mind. Love is from God, worry is not. Use God's love for you to cast out your worry. I'm not saying to be crazy and do stupid things. We all must be careful, but trust God to get us through this. He will. He always has. Take care. God bless. Be careful. Amen.